Not too long ago, I was able to purchase a 3-pack of the new Red Heart Flower Power yarn on Amazon. This 3-pack costs about $26 for all 3. So I thought we would take a look at it. So let's open it up. They've got a nice little crochet flower bed blanket, which looks super cute. Now this comes in a bunch of different colorways. I chose blue because blue is probably my favorite color. This is a 4-weight medium 100% acrylic yarn, and it recommends a 5.5 millimeter crochet hook. If you're going to use this yarn in a knitting project, it recommends a 5 millimeter pair of 5 millimeter knitting needles. So I'm going to grab my 5.5 millimeter crochet hook. Inside the label we have the care instructions and the all-in-one flower power motif. It has the instructions on how to start each square and of course the written pattern instructions to make the square. We also have a nice diagram down here, which is very helpful if you prefer to read diagrams rather than the written pattern. And if you're not interested in crocheting with this yarn, I have created a stockinette stitch knitted sample right here, and I just love how that looks with the colors. I did not get into the dark blue because there is so much of this light blue between the yellow and that dark blue, but I just love how that came out. So that is what a knitted swatch will look like using this yarn. Now let's get into this Flower Power crocheted square. I've got my yarn here. I've got my 5.5 millimeter crochet hook. So to make this center, I'm going to want to, I feel like that's too long. We're not using a magic ring. We're going to chain and then slip stitch to the first chain to join. Not sure if that's too long or not, but we will go with it and see what happens. We're going to chain 4 and join to that first one, and that will form our ring. Chain 3, and we're going to work 9 double crochets into that ring. Alright, that looks like it ended up sort of where it's supposed to be. Just starting that blue now, probably a little bit ahead of where I'm supposed to be. And we're just going to slip stitch to join, and I've got just that tiniest bit of blue up there. So we'll see how it looks like this. That is pretty good, at least for round 1. Round 2, we're going to chain 3, and it says 1 double crochet in the first double crochet, so I'm going to go into that one, but I don't know if that's correct. I'm not sure if it means into the same stitch, which I believe it does. So we're going to take that out, work a double crochet into that same stitch, and then 2 double crochets into each stitch around. So at the end of this round we will have 20 total stitches. Round 2 complete. 2 double crochets into each stitch around. We've still got the light blue, our second color. For the third round, let's see what it says. Slip stitch into the next double crochet, chain 3 and 1 treble in the same space as the last slip stitch. Chain 3, and a treble into that same stitch. Alright, and then 3 trebles in the next double crochet. One, 2, 3. Okay, 1 treble, 1 double crochet in the next. So 1 treble and a double, and slip stitch in the next. Alright, so I feel like that's going to be somewhat of a repeat all around. I'm going to work these petals around and we'll see where we end up back here. Alright, round 3 did not quite make it. I'm going to continue on just because I want to see how the pattern plays out. I really like the pattern. I might use the pattern to make other squares where, you know, I'm choosing my own colors, because this to me is just too stressful. I don't know if the tension is too loose for this, or if my tail was not started correctly, if I left too much of a tail, or maybe I need a smaller hook. So many things, and I just don't have the time to play around with it when I want to make a project. I'm very impatient that way. Once I have an idea, I just want to get into it. I don't want to have to figure out the math, especially when you pay so much for this type of yarn. You don't want to have to figure out the math. You just want to get into the project and make it. So we're going to continue on, half a dark blue petal and half a light blue petal, but that's okay. Slip stitch in first double crochet. So I think that is this one right here. Chain 3, 1 double crochet in next treble. Chain 3, and here is the treble. I think, and what am I doing? The words on this paper are absolutely tiny, so it's very, very hard to read. Slip stitch in first double crochet, chain 3, 1 double crochet in the next treble, 1 half double crochet in next treble, and a single crochet in next treble. Okay. Let me see what I did here. So at the end of round 2, it says to slip stitch in the top of the chain 3, which is right here, and then slip stitch into the first double crochet, chain 3, and then I'll just go like this, I guess. Double crochet there, half double crochet in the next, okay, half double crochet in the next, and a single crochet in the next. Alright, I'm going to work this around and we'll see what it looks like when I'm back here. It doesn't look quite right with that blue in there now, but this is what we have so far. I'm not sure I did that right. We're just trying to square it off now, and you have to really pay attention to where you're putting these stitches for round 4. You want the shortest stitch or that single crochet to be over that middle treble crochet stitch from round 3, and then you kind of have to work up and down with those stitches, working half doubles and trebles. So you kind of start squaring it off, although this is more like a circle. But I think we're going to start really getting some squaring off in the next round or two. Chain 6, which counts as a treble, and a chain 2, and a treble in the same space as we slip stitched. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and a treble right back into that same stitch. All right, 2 double crochets in the next stitch. Chain 1 and a double crochet in the next. Okay, chain 1, double crochet in the next. One half double crochet in the next. And a single crochet into the next. Chain 1, skip 1, and a single crochet in the next. Half double crochet in the next, and a double crochet in the next. So half double, and a double. Yeah, see, we're kind of squaring it off. So I'm going to work around. Hopefully we have something that looks like a square. Round 4, we have definitely squared this off a little bit. This whole corner is just, it's a mess. The color didn't line up. That color change right there. So I've got half a petal that's blue. And then it looks like there's an extra stitch here. So I don't know if I counted wrong as I was going around. So that's rows 1 through 4. At least it kind of looks like a square now. I'm not sure it looks really like a flower with that corner. We start with a slip stitch into that chain 2 space. Easy enough, I can do that. Chain 2, which doesn't count as a stitch. And then we're going to work a half double crochet, chain 3, 3 half double crochets in that same space. So a chain 2 does not count. And then we're working a half double crochet. And my dog is snoring over here comfortably. She doesn't feel my stress of crocheting this flower power, I guess. Chain 3, and 3 half double crochets right back into this same space. Okay, so I wonder if we're just kind of putting a granny half double crochet granny shell on the final round. Alright, chain 1, 3 half double crochet, chain 1 in each chain 1 space to the next corner. Okay, if I can find my chain 1 spaces, that would be nice. I don't know, I think I need to see the actual picture here. How many should I have? Probably 1, 2, 3 chain 1 spaces in between each corner. So 1, 2, 3. Okay, we're going to go with that. chain 1, skip 3, I think that's where my next chain 1 space is. 2, 3, chain 1, and 1, 2, 3, chain 1. Alright, I'm guessing we just work a granny shell corner. 3 half double crochet, chain 3, 3 half double crochet in the corners, and we're just going to work that around. So I'm going to go ahead and work this up. This should be a very fast round compared to the others. And this is a very, is it chain 3? This is a very big square. That is not what I wanted to do. Alright, let's try this corner again. It's like playing yarn chicken with this type of yarn, because I know I'm going to start to see that yellow center color come out, and I'm not going to be anywhere near finished with this round. And I think it's just because my tension is really loose. This is a bigger hook. I may have to switch to a 5, maybe even a 4.5. Alright, where are my chain 1s? I think right there. Oh geez. This is actually not a super easy pattern. You would think it would be, but it's not. And then the pressure of not knowing when this color is going to change, I don't know. I'm not enjoying it. Oh, we still got blue, we still got blue, okay. Well, we got 2 more sides. I don't think we're going to make it just based on the color changes that I had previously and how they did not match up, so I can't imagine this is going to match up either. And I don't really like the feel of this yarn either. I mean, it's basically just your very standard Red Heart acrylic yarn feel, but it's not super soft. It's very rough, and that just could be because of the color. Sometimes the different colors or the dye lots create a much stiffer yarn. I have had Red Heart Super Savers that have been very stiff, and I've had them be not as stiff, just depending on the color and the dye lot. So this is kind of in between. It's not super stiff, but it's not really soft, and it's actually not very easy to work with, in my opinion. However, I really enjoyed knitting with it, so just like the all-in-one granny square yarn that I did a review on earlier this year, I think I'm going to use this in a knitting project, but I do not like it for crochet. Okay, let's see, how do we finish? And I still have blue, so I'm, oh, there we go. Did I actually do that? 2 half double crochets in the first chain 2 space, and then we can join. Okay. 2 half double crochets, and I'm going to skip that chain 2 or 3 that we did to start, and slip stitch to join. Okay, so let's take a look at it. I mean, it's not horrible. This is bad. But otherwise, it looks actually pretty nice. Like I said, I think I might use the pattern and do the actual color changes myself because it is a nice pattern, but I do not like the stress, especially the second, third round where you know you're going to run into the next color and everybody's different. Everybody's tension is different, and this just does not work for me. It's more stress than fun, and crochet is supposed to be fun. So I am going to stick with the knitted version and use this yarn in a knitted project. But there you go. Knit, crochet. Now if you've tried out this yarn, leave a comment down below and let me know what you thought of it. But for me, not a crochet kind of yarn project. I'm not going to use this as its intended purpose for these flowered granny squares. I'm going to do something else. Thanks so much for watching. Until next time, happy crocheting and happy knitting, everyone. Bye.